name's Destiny Davow. I'm Lynn's eldest. So my brother and I are just so grateful for you all being here tonight. So with that said, we just want to say that we're so excited that everybody's come and to tonight's event to celebrate and honour our mum.
Hello everyone, I'm Adelina. Lynette and I are first cousins, so our mothers were sisters. So setting the scene, the theme was black and gold. It was about Lynette's a proud, strong black woman, and glorious because she glorifies God. She's a strong Christian woman, very strong faith, and she's very dignified. And it was something that just, I think, encapsulated her. The photo board at the front, so it was for every 10 years. So it was a journey through her 80 years from when she was with her mum, Mummy Clara or Aunty Clara, right on to till now. So that's a photo journey of her.
We've also got the lovely cousin Vicky Saylor who'll be emceeing for this evening, so I'd like to introduce Vicky as our MC for tonight. So thank you everyone, I'll hand over to Vicky.
Well, hello everyone. How are we? We in for a good night? Yes? We just wanted to just acknowledge again Aunty Lynn and a part of her journey. Aunty Lynn, I just put a little bit of this together for you from what I just learned. So, Lynette Faye Nan was born in Mackay on 24th of November 1945. So, we are here celebrating her. This is the pre-celebration. So, you know, when you reach a number like that, I think it should go all year, really. She was the daughter of Clarice, known as Claire, Nan, and Walter Guyton, a Louisiana US naval officer whom she never knew. Moving right along. In 1967, she married the love of her life, Mark Hilary Davow. Oh, what a handsome man he was, and a beautiful man, in Brisbane. Together they raised their family in Darwin before they both returned to Townsville in 2020. Lynette and Mark were blessed with 2 children, Dion and Destiny. And Aunty, as a mum, you've done a wonderful job with your children. They've turned out so well, and they're doing so well, and I know that's a credit to the way that you and Uncle Mark had raised them and the values and principles that you said. You're so blessed, Dion and Destiny. Later, Dion married Danielle, the beautiful Danielle, who's right beside her. And together they have brought up 3 much-loved grandchildren in the family, Dante, Tia and Tian. Equally as beautiful. Lynette's journey, Aunty Lynette, mum, journey in life is one of perseverance, determination and achievement. She began working as a cleaner in a school, but that wasn't good enough for Aunty Lynette. But through her strength and dedication, went on to become a qualified teacher. That deserves a round of applause. This transformation reflects her belief in hard work, education and striving for better opportunities, not just only for herself, but as a role model to her children and her family. Today, Mum Lynette is respected as a cultural elder and is an active part of Elders for Change. Let's give Elders for Change a round of applause as well. They're in the middle of the room and they're going to be, we'll hear more about them later on. So watch this space. She has dedicated much of her time as a mother, auntie, mentor and confidant to women in the Council Women's Prison, sharing guidance and strength and cultural pride. Throughout her life, Mum Lynette has always carried herself with elegance, confidence and a strong, outspoken spirit. She is proud of her culture, her family and the life she has built. Known as a person who loves life, loves to party and dance, she's always outgoing, warm and full of life. never missing an opportunity to offer love, compliments and encouragement to nieces and nephews and extended family. She never hesitates to tell them how much she loves them and how proud she is of them. Did I get that all right? That's so true, isn't it? Though she misses her beloved husband every day, Mum Lynette continues to live life to the fullest. She is admired as a woman of substance and honour, and deeply loved by us all. She said her next decade she won't be here, so don't come looking for a party. We'll be all in heaven with her. So she is a shining role model, and at 80 years of age, her beauty inside and out continues to inspire all of those who know her. Thank you, Aunty, Mum, for being that person.
So my name's Janina Harding, and this is my sister Deborah Deacon. We were part of our cousin or big sister Lynette, we call her, Sister Lynette, and her mum was Mummy Claire. So our mother, Adelaide Nain, or Eleanor Harding, was Mummy Claire's sister. So we're first cousins, Sister Lynette. What can I say? I was like small, I was only a little kid when Sister Lynette came down to Melbourne, in Port Melbourne, where my father, Jack Harding, and Mum had a house. And Jack actually introduced, Jack and Mark Davow worked together on the wharves, and my dad introduced Mark to Lynette. That's how it happened. So, thinking it was to Jack Harding. Mum didn't understand any of it, but she went along with it. And it was a lovely story, I thought, when I was growing up, that, you know, my dad was the one that sort of got them together. You want to talk about Port Melbourne days or about?
I remember Sister Lynette, she's our cousin, we call her Sister Lynette. I was small and she came to our place when she was in her 20s, and I was still going to school, but I remember she was a party girl. But then Mark came along, so she slowed down. And they rode into the sunset. I think he had a red car or something. And he was fruit picking out Shepparton. So he used to come down on the weekends to visit her. Yeah. So he stole her heart. Yeah. But we're very proud of our Sister Lynette, what she's done in life. Like I said, she was a cleaner, then she became a teacher's aide, then she became a teacher, and she's taught at a lot of schools, like Aboriginal schools, Camilda College, and is it Shillong here in Townsville at one stage? Yeah, so we're very proud. And her and Mark have raised two beautiful children, Dion and Destiny. And Destiny was named after my late sister, who would have been here, but we lost Destiny last year. So, yeah. What to say?
That was lovely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I also acknowledge another person in the room who's working very hard to capture the memories and the moments, and that's our photographer. Everybody turn around and give her a word. Thank you so much. How do we, oh, don't worry, she'll have it all organised and she'll be sending it out. She's very organised, this photographer. She's the best. Now, who else can I... Who else would like... Anybody wants to come up and say hello? I can bring the microphone to you if it's too much.
Okay. I'm just waiting for my sister. She knows more than I do. And Adelina. My name's Raymond Blanco. My sister is Joanne Sands, Lee Blanco. She married Michael Sands from Yarrabah. All that Sands mob up there. But Sissy Lynette, big sister, our Sissy, has been in our lives years. I mean, I think I was about this tall when I first came across, and she's been in our lives ever since. She drove up to my 60th 4 or 5 years ago, so I thought, there's no way I can miss her 80th. So, family, we're here representing our family, brothers and sisters, Kenny, Philip, Lenore, they all send their love and wishes. But Joanne?
So the biggest connection I think that we have with Sissy and Lynette, besides being direct family through the Pitt side, is through my grandmother, Granny Flossie Pitt. Sissy Lynette, and brother Mark were very, very close to Granny. Granny's first trip overseas to Bali was paid by Sissy Lynette and brother Mark. And I can remember Mummy Claire from Innisfail, when we all lived in Innisfail in the district there. So we have that big connection that, well, we're family, we're proper family from on the Pitt side. So from all of our Innisfail family, Sissy Lynette, we wish you a very happy 80th birthday. We love you very, very much. And even though we don't see her all the time, that connection, that family connection is very strong. And we wouldn't have missed this for anything. So thank you, Sissy Lynette, for being in our lives and giving us so much inspiration in our lives, like the success that you've had with your children, just Dion and Destiny, and you just have that inspirational image, and the morals and family values that you have is something that we hold very dear. And my grandmother, Granny Pitt, she held those values as well. I can't say enough about family and family connections and having that respect for your elders. I try to teach my kids to have that respect for your elders because they're not with us forever. So where they are here, we should give them that respect and that love that they deserve. So thank you very much, Sissy Lynette.
Sorry, I'm making directions and stuff. For those who, the connection, so I am Adelina Romana, so our mothers, so Janina's mother, my mother, and Lynette's mother were sisters. But Lynette is actually the eldest granddaughter or grandchild from Edward and Camilla Pitt. Now, Edward, father, was Douglas Pitt Sr., who came from Jamaica. And Douglas's son was Edward, and Edward was the eldest, and that's our great-grandfather. So that's all of our great-grandfathers, Joanne and Raymond, and our other brother who passed a couple of years ago, Bola Ted Mazza, was another cousin. But Lynette was the eldest grandchild out of that family. And so for me and for us, we've always looked up to Lynette, you know, as I don't know, a matriarch from that lineage. But I wanted to, you know, and she's very close to all of us and always been that person that we look towards. For me, Lynette's mum, Mummy Claire, was very close with us, and Lynette lived with us and very close with me and my mother. And my mother went up to Herberton College because she was told to, because Lynette went to Herberton when she was only grade 1 or grade 2. She went to boarding school, and so my mum went up there and worked under strict instructions from Mummy Claire or Aunty Claire. But have a wonderful night, Lynette. We love you.
Now, I'm going to just walk around with the microphone. We've got somebody from the Elders of Change table. I think the Golden Girls are over there.
Thank you. Thank you. As was mentioned, we're the Elders for Change, and the group that our beautiful lady participates in. And I'd like to pay tribute to her because of her tireless work when she goes out to Cleveland or the prisons with us. Her most ardent message is passing on the word of the Lord. And sometimes we forget where our people come from when they end up there. We don't know. They could have come from a Christian family. They could have come from, a person or a grandmother that gave them those messages. And I think Lynn makes that connection with them because of that. And whenever we hear or see anyone and they say, I'd really like to get a Bible or something, we know that the person who pushed them through is Lynn. So darling, thank you for that. And hope you have a lovely night tonight. From all of us here, Faye, Gerald, Leonie, and Enid up the back there. We wish you the very best, darling. Thank you. Thank you.
Now, I'll never say no to this lady. She's deadly, this one. Aunty Coralie.
Aunty Lynn, I'm going to dog you in now. Yeah, don't wave your finger. We're the Elders of Change, as we people know. Some of us know anyway. About 2 years ago, look at her hiding, she's hiding. I'll stand back here so you can't see me. About 2 years ago now, we all had the men's farm for NAIDOC. So we had a lovely dinner out there and some singing going on that day. It was time to go home now. Well, some of us had to go home. So most of us were still sitting down here. There's quite a few restricted areas, I'll say it again, restricted areas at the prison. Nobody's allowed to go there. Certainly not us mere mortals, the Elders for Change group. But one precious lady accidentally went over that side. Remember Aunty Lynn that day? And all that she was trespassing on prison property. That's all I'm going to say.
Never a dull moment for that, Coralie. Now, just while I'm just walking past here, no, I'm just going to say that Uncle Mark couldn't be here, but his lovely sister is here tonight. Aunty Georgina. Aunty Ina, I know you don't want to say anything. Was she a lovely sister-in-law?
She was the best.
Still is, that's what we want to know. And you look beautiful too, Auntie. I know, I'll get it later. Okay, somebody over here wants to say something?
Yeah, I'd like to say a few words on Colleen. I'm married to William Roses from Dublin. So I knew Lynn sort of vaguely who she was. I went to high school in Innisfail. But in March 1971, Lynn and Mark came to Davow. And Dion Davow was a lovely little chubby little black baby. Destiny was about 2 or 3 years old. And we just hit it off. For our family, Mark was so loved and Lynn was so loved. But Lynn and I also work together. And I could tell you a few stories because Lynn is one of the few women that wasn't frightened to say what she felt. She gave it to them over the education department. She used to rip into them. And we used to say, oh, Linda Brown, let Linda Brown go to that meeting. So Lynn, we miss you and we wish you and Mark wouldn't have left us so early to come back home here. But all the family, my kids send their love, Willie, Rella, Maddie and Karen. And Willie Roses was saying, Mum, you show me Lynn hasn't got dementia. She couldn't be 80. I said, she is, babe. So from all of us Roses, Mum in the Territory, happy birthday, my sister. I still look at you as a role model. And when we fight those education mob, I still say to Chrissy Ross mob, gee, wish Linda Davow was here, she'd give it to them.
Okay, I'm not going to bother you more because the food has arrived. So enjoy the next course, but I better get back to the menu. Hello everybody, how are we? How's your meal? Are we enjoying the meal? Yes? Yes? I've got I was just told by Uncle Shorty that Glennis or Crystal have got a message from Brandy.
We have a message from my brother, Destiny, in Western Australia. He couldn't make it. No.
Yeah.
He couldn't make it, but he sent a lovely text that Crystal's going to read. This is Crystal, his partner.
Oh, bit of Dutch curry.
Kia ora everyone, my name's Crystal, for those that don't know me. I'm Randy's bestest ever girlfriend. The message from Randy says, happy birthday my beautiful auntie. I'm so blessed to have lived and experienced a life with you and my heavenly uncle as my second parents. You have both been such a big inspiration to me growing up. I can't explain how much love I have in my heart for you, my auntie. I hope you enjoy your special night of being in the spotlight. I'm so sorry I couldn't be there to celebrate with you tonight, but I'll make sure at the next family party we'll have a dance together. Love you forever, your nephew, son, Randy Cass.
So on behalf of the Cassidy family in Innisfail and extended Cassidy family, we wish you the bestest happy birthday. We love you. We love our cousin Destiny and Dion and our beautiful uncle who we visited today. You know, we said hello, we love him and we miss him. And on behalf of my parents, Victor and Hazel Cassidy, we just love you so much. When we first went to Darwin, we connected again in Darwin. We grew up with our cousins, Destiny and Dion, and we just had the bestest life in Darwin. And it's great that we can come back here and just enjoy family again and seeing all the lovely faces here tonight. So we just wish you the best, Aunt. You're a beautiful lady and we respect you, we honour you, and God's always blessed you. So we love you. Happy birthday. Respect you, we honour you, and God's always blessed you. So we love you. Happy birthday.
Okay, I think we need, doing a lot of crying and stuff there. So I think we need to liven it up a little bit more, and I think I can count on my sister for that. This is, look, they both got the glass of wine in there. That's how I always see them, these two, like this. So, Deb, how about lightening up the moment and telling us one little story about Natalie?
She said, no, look. Shake your head, no.
Oh, stand up because you're so short no one can see you, so stand up. Oh no, standing up. We're standing up. That's there. There we go. We've got to first base. Here we go. Love you, Natalie. I'd reckon, Barbara.
Yes, we get up to mischief when we're together, and Uncle Mark and Carl just look at us and roll their eyes. So yes, and she's just beautiful to be to me and for my family, and I just love going to visit Natalie's. We have our laughs and then we have our cries, and then she prays. Yeah, for me and everyone else. We went to a Sydney conference and we were sharing a room. And she had a big Gumby on. I said, Annalyn, the window's open, look, you can see all the Sydney. I don't care. And I sent the pictures to Uncle Mark and he was going, God damn it. I don't think that was what she wanted me to say about the teaching. She's going teaching, and she says that. Okay, moving right along. I think we've lightened the moment. Thank you, Deb, and a lot of people that have never heard her speak like that before, and this is why. Okay, I'm just walking over here now, and I'm going to just ask one of her lovely cousins over here. And she's got a mouthful, but she's always got lovely things to say about Natalie. So, okay, we'll just go next door.
Happy birthday, Aunty. We're so happy that we're going to be here for you tonight and be able to bring Uncle to make that music for you. And thank you for inviting us, and happy birthday from myself and Smitty up there, Rob, the music man. But thank you for having us tonight.
Great. Isn't this fun? When you have a microphone, there's so much power. It's really good. Now, these three ladies I've been watching from over here, they look so beautiful and elegant and distinguished over here. I'll get them to introduce themselves, and I'd just like to say a quick hello to Mum Nick. Oh, we're out doing it.
Good evening, everyone. I'm here with my sister Marilyn Smith and my cousin Leslie. Now, we've talked about Mrs. Davow over there. I know her from Darwin. I met her through my sister Marilyn and her husband Jeff Smith. And also sister from Darwin over there, look, Colleen. And I've seen this lady at work. I work with her in education in Darwin. And look, you want your problems solved in the school? There's a boss over there. Do you reckon? I said, Davow, I had a problem at school. Can you sort of help? And she told me her little story. Am I allowed to tell it? Some woman in the class must have had, or something that at her school, she was at Dingley Primary School, main actress there. And she said, you know what, Johnson? This woman, she's, having a go at me. And I arranged for the union to come. And one of our union bosses up there was our friend, Christian Ross. And they revved, I shouldn't say that, but they did. She said, you know what? She revved them up. The principal didn't know what to say. Are there any principals here? Gave it to them, and I look, I tell you what, that lady's, thanks for lending her to Darwin, because I saw what she did there. Being at her husband and her family's house, beautiful garden, beautiful kids. I seen Ellie. I went there one day. She's always feeding all the poor people like me. And they were digging this big hole, and he caught all this fish. And he put all those fish down in there. He said, that's where I plant my palm trees or something on top of that. But she's a beautiful lady. She's got a beautiful husband, had. He's sealed me up again. And there's beautiful children she had. We want to say, happy birthday, Lynn. God bless you. And one more last thing. I admire you because of the way you stand up for the Lord Jesus. Well done.
I don't have much to say because I'm a woman of very few words. Happy birthday, Lynn. And my sister's so sorry that you couldn't be here tonight. I haven't known Lynn personally for that long, but we did meet in Darwin over 50 years ago. That's a long time ago, Lynn. Hey? Yeah, and then when I met her, I think you were teaching then or you were training to become a teacher. And I thought, how good is that? It's about time some black woman became a teacher. But, because, back then we didn't have very many teachers, did we? So it was good to have someone who was training in that area. And because this lady here, she was at Camilda College, and so this is my cousin Jackie Johnson, and this is her sister, what's your name? Marilyn. That's what happens when you're over 50, Lynn. You start forgetting. And then when I came back up north, well, I had a lot to do with the Blancos and the Pits, and then I learnt that Adelina's mum was Lynn's auntie, and so I had a little bit to do with the names and the Pits and all those, and the Blancos. And so we gradually got to know each other, and when we came here to Townsville, well, we all went to church together. And Mark and Lynn became very close friends then, and good friends. And so Lynn, I just wish you a happy birthday and God's richest blessing upon you. And God has blessed you with good life and good health and strength. And so you have a good night, enjoy yourself, because you won't be 80 again, you'll be 80 and a bit tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Lynn, from me and my husband and the children. I think we left Darwin about 1985, after being there for about 7 or 8 years. But certainly you and Mark were people that we looked up to as well. We were only a young family, and your kids and Victor and Hazel's kids always nursing my kids at church. So I think we met at church really, and then there's all this Queensland Murray connection happening up there in Darwin, and we all sort of stuck together. And we were, Jackie got the invitation to come up here, and she must have forgot to tell me, or I forgot to tell her. Something anyhow. We were coming, and then we were not coming, and then we were coming because I got sick and she can't travel on her own, I told her. So, yeah, well, here we are tonight, and we're so happy to be here. I'm so blessed. I was feeling really bitter because I thought we wouldn't be able to make it, but we made it with the Lord's blessing. So, happy birthday, and it's so great to see all the family here as well. Yeah, listen up, come on.
This lady's a lady of not many words, she said.
I just wanted to say that, Lynn, you have 2 beautiful children, but your son is crazy. Because we went to a workshop here in Townsville, and he happened to be sitting next to me, and he made me laugh between him and Teresa Reelan, and I'm sitting in the middle of them. And I was trying to be serious and good and behave myself. But these 2 were talking silly the whole way through. And so I said, I really can't believe that when I met Mark, I thought, he doesn't take after Mark, he must take after Lynn.
Okay, we're going to go now. We're going to do a PowerPoint presentation.
Met her in Brisbane, summer and swing. She had that smile, he wore that ring. Lynn was the melody, Mark found the beat. Two hearts sinking in a city street. He tipped his hat, she laughed real low. And just like that, love stole the show. Mark and Lynn, just like jazz, moving slow in a love that lasts. He had the charm, she had the fire. Together they lit the night with desire. Mark and Lynn, just like jazz, no script, just soul, no need to ask. Darwin years, family tunes played on, raising kids like a classic song. Return to Townsville hand in hand, still